talk about buttered sausage. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today I'm showing you my dynamic effort lower body workout. And this workout is kind of, I don't want to say perfect, but it's, if you're a football player, hockey player, any type of field athlete that involves sprinting or anything, any activity of that nature, this is a pretty good workout for you. Someone asked me to make a video on this. That's not why I did this workout the way it was, but these are some good takeaways you can have. So this would be an example of a lower body workout for an athlete. So I did typical dynamic effort speed lifts for both a squat variation and a deadlift variation, but then I had some jumps and some sled drags mixed in there. So we have 275 pounds on the bar with about 100 pounds of chain. So I would start off doing a heavy sled drag like this. This is good for the glutes, good for the hamstrings, good for the calves. It strengthens your ankles as well if you are going heavy enough. And I would do one drag there and one drag back. That is considered one set. And there's something weird on my floor right about there. Unfortunately, I never got it on video, but I kept getting stuck somewhere. It was so weird. It was like stuck. And I did 5 sets of 3, and that's considered one set right there. You can compare my bar speed there to my bar speed on the last set. I always like to keep the bar speed high, or else you're kind of just defeating the purpose of doing dynamic effort squats or deadlifts in general. So intent and force has to be there, or else you're just doing like moderately heavy pulls, and that's okay, but don't really call it dynamic effort work or think you're training your speed. Here I added an 100-pound dumbbell to the sled, and that was actually really challenging. I don't want to really do like lightweight sled drags in my basement. It's really just not an environment that's conducive for sprinting. If I was outdoors, it's a different story. That was my final set of speed pulls. And then I moved into the secondary portion of the dynamic effort workout, where it was box jumps to, this is like a 12-inch box, and I have 120 pounds of weight in my hand with kettlebells. I do 3 jumps, and then I would go into doing 5 sets of 3 with Zercher squats off pins, and I have double reds. I honestly have no clue what that tension is, but it felt like a lot. For it to be doubled, I was feeling the tension straight out of the bottom. It was high tension right at the bottom. It was destroying my upper back, combined with doing these jumps, which is already giving me, like, let's say, a weighted stretch in my traps, and it was pretty good for the upper back. I really liked that combination a lot. I liked the combination of doing sled drags with a deadlift variation and then jumps with a squat variation. I think they paired nicely with each other. If that's something you'd like to take away from this video and try yourself, go right ahead. I highly recommended it. Then I did 2 sets of Cossack squats, and I did them with a front rack position. I felt like this also stressed the upper back, and I like this exercise. It might be my favorite unilateral variation, just because I find it builds mobility, it hits the quads, hits the glutes, stretches out the hamstrings, the adductors. I think it's a really good exercise that more people should do. I don't see too many people, other than like kettlebell specialists, I don't see too many people doing that exercise, and it's a shame because it provides a lot of different benefits. And I will do a whole video on this exercise right here. If you are not strong enough to do Nordic hamstring curls or glute ham raises, or are just looking for an isolation lift, if you're in a home gym, or even if you're not in a home gym, this is perfect. I saw Joe DeFranco do these, who's someone I used to watch a lot, and I used to do these a lot, and then somewhere along the line I didn't. I feel like it's once I got my glute hamstring pad, I was like, I don't need to do these anymore. But if you can load them up with a chain or a dumbbell or just a weight plate on your stomach, it can be a great exercise for your hamstring, because it hits the hamstring in 2 different ways. It hits them in hip extension, and it hits them with knee flexion. So both functions of your hamstring are getting hit, which happens in the glute ham raise and a Nordic ham raise, or Nordic leg curl, sorry. Then we have the calf raises just to end off my workout. It's okay, babe. 4 sets of 25. I'm sure they'll find it funny. 4 sets of 25, and with a safety squat bar. I can't remember if I'm scraping the rack or not, but I prefer to have my hands out on the rack as opposed to scraping, but honestly, it doesn't matter as long as you're finding tension in your calves. There's the breakdown for the video, and as always, have yourself a great day.